Amidst the ever-shifting tapestry of realities, a new saga unfolds. Two mighty armies shall collide, wielding magic and valor like never seen before. In this ethereal realm, legends will be forged and myths will shatter. Prepare for a journey into the heart of war. Welcome to the epic stage of the Realm Wars Network. Nurgle takes to the field with a mix of mortal followers and demons, while the disciples of the God of Change bring many feathered friends. The battle plan is no reward without risk, a very real risk with 7 wizards on the field, each of whom will explode violently on death. The battle tactic is intimidate the invaders. The Destiny dice predict a violent future. Kairos casts the Tome of Eyes using arcane armies. The cycle of corruption begins with unnatural vitality. The Blightlords use their pre-game move. 2 primal dice are generated, and both armies gain heroic leadership. Kairos casts the Malevolent Maelstrom, Mystic Shield, and Firestorm. The Summoner casts Hoarfrost and Shield of Fate on the Enlightened, while the Thaumaturge and the Acolytes cast their spells for fate points only. The Malevolent Maelstrom surges forward and explodes, dealing only 3 mortal wounds in total. The Plaguebearers redeploy as the Enlightened rush towards their lines. The Enlightened use Destiny dice to charge 12 inches. Bloab unleashes Hell and deals 1 damage. The fully buffed Enlightened fail to take out Bloab, who survives with 3 wounds left. The Plaguebearers pile in, and together with Bloab, they take out 1 Enlightened. The demons complete their battle tactic and score 5 points. Unnatural vitality saves Bloab's hide, but he and the Plaguebearers are locked in combat for the next turn at least. The disciples consolidate 3 objectives and positioned to be in range for their magic in the next turn. The battle tactic is intimidate the invaders. Both generals fail to show heroic leadership. Kairos gleefully shuts down any attempt by Nurgle to cast spells. Gutrot, the Rotbringer and the Blightkings deep strike behind enemy lines. Blightkings charge the Acolytes. Bloab takes down 2 Enlighted and survives their counter-attack on a single wound. The Blightkings make short work of the Acolytes. The Maggotkin complete their battle tactic and score 5 points. Nurgle takes control of the battlefield, with their reserves encircling the magic-wielding demons that huddle in the center of the board. They easily score 5 points. Their only worry is that Bloab and the Plaguebearers are still held up, with the big demon at risk of dying to a stiff breeze now. The battle tactic is glory to the grandfather, where more enemies need to die than children of the grandfather do. Bloab heals 1 wound from his disgustingly resilient trait. It is also his finest hour. Two primal dice are generated. Kairos again laughs at the attempted spellcasting of the plague-ridden mages. Three Nurglings are summoned to secure Nurgle's grand strategy by securing the infected terrain. Bloab shoots the last Enlightened and takes him out. The Maggotkin complete their battle tactic and score 5 points. Stealing the initiative, Nurgle does what it is all about, scoring points. Aiming for the long game, as it is the Maggotkin's way, the Blightkings hold back and stay out of range of the magic firestorm that would await them. Bloab finally frees himself and will be able to heal back up to threaten the field once again. The battle tactic is 9-fold dismantlement, for which Bloab needs to die. Bloab heals 3 wounds, and Kairos fails heroic leadership. Kairos sets Bloab on magical fire. The summoner conjures a pendulum to kill the Rotbringer. A Lord of Change is summoned from the war. The horrors shoot and kill a Blight-King. The Lord of Change charges a unit of Blight-Kings. The Lord of Change deals 2 damage and takes 6 in return. The demons complete their battle tactic and score 5 points. The tide of fate sweeps away 2 of infectious mages, who fail to explode to everyone's disappointment. The horrors claim the lower objective back for their ever-changing god, and a summoned Lord of Change brings the fight to the Blightkings, who don't really care of this. The battle tactic is led into the Maelstrom. The Poxbringer casts Fleshy Abundance with the help of primal dice. The Plaguebearers use at the double and rush towards the center objective. Three Nurglings are summoned. The Maggotkin complete their battle tactic and score 4 points. Gutrot charges the horrors as well. The Blightkings charge the Lord of Change. Many horrors die to the Blightlords and Gutrot, but the newly created ones add their bodies to count towards controlling the center objective. The Lord of Change deals no damage and is reduced to 1 wound. The horrors draw in the Plaguebearers, but deal no damage. The Maggotkin complete their battle tactic and score 4 points. The counter-offensive is here. The Maggotkin collapse on their foe from 3 sides. The trickery of the horrors foils their plans, though, as the newly created blue horrors manage to hold on to the centre, causing the first loss of points this game. The battle tactic is call for change to summon a new, greater demon. Using all the trickery in the book, the Thaumaturge uses Destiny Dice and Cult Demagogue to cast an unbindable, merciless blizzard, which takes down a single Blightlord. The summoner curses the remaining Blightlords with arcane suggestion and casts Hoarfrost on the beastmen. Kairos Magic Flames deals 6 damage to the last Nurgle hero and summons the Pendulum. The Lord of Change casts Flaming Weapon and Bolt of Change. Another Lord of Change is summoned. pendulum kills a Blightlord. The Beastmen charge the Plaguebearers. The Thaumaturge charges Gutrot and kills him. The Cockatrice's gaze petrifies the Blightkings. The Lord of Change kills 2 Blightkings. The Plaguebearers kill 2 Beastmen. The Lord of Change dies to the Blightkings and explodes. The Beastmen kill 4 Plaguebearers. The demons complete their battle tactic and score 5 points, whittling down the followers of their arch-rival in the Great Game. The last of Nurgle's heroes falls. While a Lord of Change is being sent back to the warp, another steps up to take its place. Magic continues to burn hotter than the disease that Nurgle spreads, and the demons of change dominate the center of the field and edge out the lead in the game for the first time. The double turn seals the game. With another round of the magical barrage incoming, Nurgle sees no way to hold on to victory or their grand strategy. Nurgle concedes. Thank you for watching the Realm Wars Network.